Hi guys, welcome to A Touch of Film. Today I have a Criterion Blu-ray update, a few pickups from Barnes & Noble sale, also some from eBay and from Amazon. Yeah, let's get started. Quite a controversial title to start with. A film that won the 1978 Grand Prix for Best Director at Cannes Film Festival. A very controversial film. It is Realm of Senses. This is directed by Nagisa Oshima. It stars Eiko Matsuda and Tetsuya Fuji. Oshima, just to say, is a director I really admire. Death by Hanging and also Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence are just two amazing movies. Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence is just a phenomenal film. Also has a great performance by Takeshi Kitano, who's one of my favourite Japanese actors. But yeah, back to Realm of Senses. Yeah, where do I really begin? Now, this film is extremely controversial. Probably the most furthest. I mean, Oshima is a very controversial director, and he does push the boundaries. But I think this is the furthest he's ever pushed boundaries before. Now it's a story of Sada Abe, who it's a true story about this woman's life. Well, not really her life, but more of an incident in her life, which led her to go to prison. It isn't really spoiling it for anyone in the going to watch the film, because it was like in the news all over Japan, and it's even like in a synopsis of, like, if you were to read it in certain places, she killed her lover through asphyxiation and then cut off his genitalia. Yeah. And this led her to go to prison for 5 years. But really, this film is about the relationship with that lover, played by Tetsuya Fuji, who, an amazing actor. He's done great films in the past, but this is pretty extreme. Now, the relationship they have is quite destructive. It's quite toxic. They're both married. Fuji's character is the husband of a madam in a brothel. Now, he's cheating on his wife with her. She's completely jealous person. She doesn't want him having relations with any other women, even though he's raping other women, geishas and people that work in hotels. He's just a disgusting person and a real scumbag in this. And Eiko Matsuda, who plays Sada Abe, she's more infatuated by him. Now, the relationship is very sexual, a lot of intercourse scenes. Now, one thing about this film, none of the intercourse scenes are simulated. They're completely real. You see a lot of things in this. You see close-ups, you see everything. Things done with food which will put you off your food. But yeah, this is quite an intense film. It's not one to watch really with the family, not one to watch with your loved ones. I think it's something to watch on your own, and put headphones on if you're going to watch it, because you don't want someone walking in and hearing what you're watching. But yeah, that is Realm of Senses. If you're an Oshima fan, I would definitely check this out. And if you don't mind seeing heavy erotica, yeah, check it out. Next up, it is Gate of Hell, directed by Tenosuke Kinogasa. And yes, this is just an amazing film. I do own the Masters of Cinema of it, but I did want to pick up the Criterion of it just because of the special features. Yeah, what an amazing movie. It tells a story of this soldier who was fighting during the rebellion. His brother was on the opposing side, but he did not side with his brother, and he fought against his brother. Now this resulted in his, what later on was his win in this battle, and his lord has said, listen, you've won this battle, everyone that won it for me is entitled to a reward. Now he asks for the hand in marriage of a lady in waiting that works in the palace, but at the same time she's married to a lord. An absolute great performance of the soldier by Kazuo Hasegawa. He's just an amazing actor, and just what a great performance he gives in this. The film is just so colourful, and it's another film about infatuation, very different to Realm of Senses. This is more of like forbidden love. He's in love, he's infatuated by this woman, and he is something he can't have because she is married. She is in love with her husband, and the story ends with a very upsetting scene, which I don't want to spoil for anyone, but yet an absolute amazing film. Now this film won Best Foreign Language Movie at the Oscars, and also won Best Costume Design. The costume design is phenomenal and so colourful and stunning and gorgeous. Just a wonderful movie. I can't recommend this film enough. If you are in the UK, check out the Masters of Cinema version of it. If not, if you're in the US, definitely check out the Criterion. Next up is a relatively new release. I've been waiting a little while for this. It is An Actor's Revenge. Another one that stars Kazuo Hasegawa, directed by Koni Chikawa. This film is a revenge film that is just so ahead of its time. Now, Kazuo Hasegawa plays a actor who plays female roles. Now, a lot in this time we had actors play female characters, and that they'd stay in character even outside of the theatre, off stage, in their real life. And this is Hasegawa's life, really. So he's this actor, and he's just moved into this town where he's performing, and he has this secret revenge for these wealthy lords who have wronged him, well, really wronged his family. He lost his mother and father, and he's just out for revenge. He's trained to kill, and is just having this long plan for revenge. A brilliant story. One thing about this film is just the cinematography is gorgeous. It's really set like a kabuki play in some ways. It's like it's completely done on a set, really. Now Hasegawa plays two characters in this. He also plays another character similar to like a Robin Hood, who is also helping his other character in some ways and helping other people along the way. Yeah, the cinematography is just gorgeous. It's very dark, but there's elements of colour. So there'd be like complete dark backgrounds, and you just see these characters or backdrops, and I think it just looks wonderful. It's something that you don't really see that often. Possibly the closest thing I could think of in set design is the Ballad of Narayama, not the Imura version, but the other version, which is like done in the form of a kabuki play. I would say it's more similar to that than any other film, really. So that is The Actor's Revenge. This has also got a BFI edition, which I think also has special features including Tony Rain, which this has as well. This also comes with, they all come with the booklets, but there, I just want to show this booklet just so I can show you what the cinematography looks like. Absolutely gorgeous. If I could show a scene. it's very much like that. It's very dark backgrounds with characters just popping out. Really nice visuals on that. And that is An Actor's Revenge. Next up we have the Martin Scorsese World Cinema Project Volume 2. I don't have Volume 1. I was not really fussed about Volume 1 because I have the Asian movies of that as their own titles. But this is something quite special. It has the restoration of a Edward Yang movie, which I'm a big fan of. It is Taipei Story. This is the only version of it on Blu-ray, I think. Yeah, I think it is the only version on Blu-ray. I don't think there is even a Taiwanese version. I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, this is a box set. But yeah, let's start off with Taipei Story. Edward Yang, I've spoken about him so many times on my channel. A great director. I have all his other films on Blu-ray. This also stars the director Ho Xiao-shen in one of the main roles. And you also have Sai Chin in this. She's a singer slash actor. And in this, Ho Xiao-shen and Sai Chin, they're in a relationship, they're engaged, but Ho Xiao-shen's character is only interested in baseball, and he's sort of constantly making these mistakes that are affecting their relationship in the long run financially, and just distancing himself with Sai Chin's character, including like taking all their savings and lending it to her father, just on the sense of just as something that's quite an old-fashioned thing to do in Taiwan. Yeah, an absolute amazing cinematography. Now this is like, each of these are like little digibooks, and there'll be like 2 films on each Blu-ray. The other movie on this is Law of the Border, which is a Turkish film. It's not often that I'll get to watch a foreign movie and not need the subtitles, because I sort of understand Turkish. It's directed by Lutfi Akkad and stars a legend in Turkish cinema, which is Yilmaz Güney. He is a director, writer, actor. He was very much like the Marlon Brando of Turkish cinema. In this, he plays a smuggler that allows people to get stuff past the borders, whether it's like animals or anything that's really not allowed to go through, like tobacco and cigarettes and things like that. Yeah, an absolute classic movie. The restoration isn't perfect on that because there was a problem. During the time of its filming, Turkey was under a military coup, and a lot of Yilmaz Güney's films were taken away due to political reasons. He was a very political character. But yeah, it led to his movies being locked away, and you don't get to see many of his films on DVD or Blu-ray because of that. Another film on here, now there is another 3 films on here which I haven't had a chance to watch, but the other film I have watched is In Shang, directed by Lino Brocca. Yeah, a great Filipino director, and this is like a very it's another revenge film, but unlike An Actor's Revenge, it's done in a very more refreshing way. It stars Hilda Coronel. She plays In Shang, this young girl who lives in complete poverty. Her mother is quite abusive, quite controlling, and her boyfriend, the mother's boyfriend, is just a scumbag. Thinking he's a bit of a hoodlum, really, and he rapes her, and this leads to this revenge, this long stretched out revenge film. Absolutely wonderful film. I think it's brilliantly told, and I think Hilda Coronel is just brilliant in this film. It's really great performance in this. Now I haven't watched the other films on here. It also includes a Thai film, Mysterious Object at Noon. Also stars, has a Russian movie called Revenge, and also a Brazilian movie called Limit. I've not seen them, but I do want to at some point get a chance to watch it. It's not often that I do a video with Blu-rays and not have seen them. So yeah guys, that is my Criterion Blu-ray update. Quite a few movies to go through. I wanted to make sure I watched as much as possible so I can talk about them before I put them in my video. Yeah, I'll put the links below where you can get them, the UK versions and US versions. But yeah guys, thanks for watching. Yeah, let me know what you picked up in the Barnes & Noble sale. I know loads of people have been picking up great titles. Let me know. Please click subscribe, click like, and I will see you in the next video guys. Take it easy.